Hello and welcome to the Dragon Den. I'm KingofDragons 5000 and today I have another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Bandai SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Zarbon True Power. As he unleashes his full power, Zarbon goes from an elegant beauty to a dangerous monster. In this monstrous form, he is quite massive, and I love the detailing that Bandai put into this figure. Zarbon is going to come with 4 different head sculpts, 2 variations on his braid, and finally Zarbon comes with 4 sets of hands. I really love all the details that Bandai was able to capture in Zarbon. It looks quite accurate to what we saw in the anime with a few exceptions. As we take a look at the face sculpt, Bandai has done an excellent job sculpting Zarbon's menacing face. The paintwork on his eyes is superb as they capture those beady yellow pupils. The snout has some impressive detail, both with folds and wrinkles going throughout it, and I love the detailing work on his teeth. On his forehead you can see that Zarbon is wearing some jewelry which looks really good, and it mirrors on his ears. His green hair is sculpted very nicely, and I really like the detailing they put in the braid on the back of his head. Zarbon is going to be wearing Frieza Force armor, which does look really good, and the detailing work on it is superb. The piping is sculpted very nicely, and I love the browns that we can see on the abdomen. They did a really good job sculpting the back of the armor. As you can see, the line work is still there, and the piping in the middle looks really good. And of course his blue cape is going to be tucked underneath his armor. He is going to have these very broad shoulder pads which are sculpted very nicely, and the paintwork on it is very clean. His aqua skin tone does look very good, and they even sculpted all the bumps we see along his skin. And midway down his bicep you can see he is wearing these lavender sleeves which have some impressive sculpt to them. We will get some impressive folds and wrinkles in the sleeves going all the way down to the cuffs. The sleeves do end at his wrists where you can see his skin is exposed, and they did a really good job painting his nails. As we take a look at his lower torso, it is quite small unfortunately, but it still is sculpted very nicely. He is going to be wearing a pair of dark blue trunks which do look good, and you can see that the skin is poking out on his thighs. And he will have dark blue sleeves going from his feet all the way up to his thigh. Once again, the sculpt work in the sleeves is done very nicely, as we do get some folds and wrinkles around the knee. And Zarbon is going to be wearing a pair of brown boots. Besides some wrinkles near the toes, there's really not going to be too much detailing on his boots. Zarbon is also going to be sporting this hard plastic cape. Although the cape is sculpted very nicely, it would have been better if we got an actual fabric cape here with Zarbon. It's very rigid, and we do get a hinge for some articulation, but it's very limited in how you can pose it. So overall Zarbon is going to look pretty impressive, despite the fact the lower torso does look very small and not quite what we saw on screen. However, the detailing work here is superb, as we get a lot of bumps on his skin, and the detail work on his sleeves is also done very well. With the paint and details out of the way, let's compare Zarbon to our usual suspects. Zarbon was actually one of the taller characters in Dragon Ball Z, and in his monster form he's even bigger. He's going to be very massive compared to domestic action figures as well as 1/12 scale figures. And there is some size difference compared to base form Zarbon. Zarbon will have a ball joint double hinge in the head and a ball joint in the neck. Ball socketed butterfly joints and a ball socket in his shoulder. Arms hinge out to the side and do a full 360. He has a swivel in the bicep and a double hinge in the elbow. He has a ball joint in the wrist. He has a ball hinge in the upper torso and a ball hinge in the lower torso. His legs do kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. He has a double bend in the knee, a ball hinge in the ankle, and finally a toe hinge. Returning to the Namek Saga, Zarbon is actually done very well, as Bandai put a lot of care in this figure. Because he is from an early part of Dragon Ball, a lot of the drawings that I saw were inconsistent, especially with the animation. In some scenes he was slightly bigger than Vegeta, in others he was a beast like this figure portrays. I do like the more menacing, larger figure, as it does make Zarbon seem like a much bigger threat. However, it is quite apparent that his proportions are slightly off, as his legs are too small. The upper body is fine, it's really just his legs that I have an issue with. And we do get a pretty good batch of accessories, both in terms of facial expressions as well as the hands that he has. As it stands, the cape is another point of contention, as it is a hard plastic and really doesn't afford much posability. I would have much preferred a fabric cape with a wireframe, so we have some display options, but the cape is rather static. Overall, if you're a fan of the Namek Saga, True Power Zarbon is going to be a great addition to your collection. Unfortunately, Zarbon was only available on Premium Bandai, which at the time I'm making this video he's no longer available, and you have to go to secondhand markets for him. Though he's not really an essential character, he is an important member of the Frieza Force. If you're a fan of the Namek Saga or just want to fill out your Frieza Force team, you're gonna want to have Zarbon in your collection. And that's where we're gonna wrap up this review. Thank you for watching another video here on the Dragon Den. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other Dragon Ball videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon, where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.